Well, I guess one thing's for sure in this video. You're gonna get a 2-for-1 special on Will It Run. Hopefully I didn't break that. Hey, welcome back to American Made Classics. Under this tarp here is a 1982 AMC Eagle that I fondly refer to as the Desert Eagle. Well, because it's from Arizona and it's rust-free and it's frankly pretty good. Probably too good for me, but I would like to get this car running and driving again. And I'd like to use it as a summer driver, and it doesn't do any good sitting in my barn or my shed here. I think I've created my own barn find, essentially. It's been sitting here for 7 years, so it's time to do something about that. So, well, I'm going the wrong way with the cover. It's gotta go this way. It's time to do something about that, so come along with as we get this thing running and driving again. And hey, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, this is my field of dreams or shed of dreams. I don't know, something like that. It's where the good cars hang out that I have, you know. So they're undercover. Yeah, good cars in here. That's what I'm saying. Undercover for the most part, out of the elements, as best as I can get them. This one here in particular, I've had this car now coming up on 10 years, and it's been sitting here for 7. Again, it's a 1982 AMC Eagle station wagon with a few hot rod parts. I actually bought it that way. I had no idea I had the hot rod parts when I got it. Kind of found out. I actually got this thing for a really freaking good deal. It was too good to pass up. It was actually for sale literally down the road from me. Someone brought it home from Arizona, and I believe the guy, whoever it was in Arizona, did all this engine work, which I will show you in a little bit. But it's a limited car, so it's got the pillow top seats, power windows, gauge pack, automatic car. This center horn button I put in there, that's actually out of an 82-83 Spirit and Eagle SX4. But yeah, so it's an Eagle, so it's 4-wheel drive. The 4-wheel drive has never worked. In fact, I don't think, well, the front axle is there and some of that stuff, but like there's no vacuum lines. Like basically whoever the guy was that had it in Arizona, well, again, they don't have snow down there, but he never, obviously must have never used it for, you know, wheeling or sand dunes or anything. Just didn't care about the 4-wheel drive, and just decided to hop up the motor. And it's got a little corroded, a little oxidized from sitting out here, but I actually took it a step further. I came in here and I added the MSD box, I think it's called a Team Rush upgrade. So I actually put a Ford 300, you know, distributor cap, a flamethrower coil. It's got a 4-barrel intake. If I remember right, this thing is, for a 6-cylinder, that's not too bad. The only problem that it really ever had was they never hooked up the transmission kickdown linkage, so this thing never shifted right. And, you know, me being younger, not really knowing that much and just driving it as it was, I think I might have burned the transmission out of it. I don't know. This thing, I drove this thing all the way down to the AMO show, which is the American Motors Owners show down in Illinois in 2016. I drove it all the way down there without the transmission kickdown linkage hooked up. And I remember when I had first purchased my home here, I was actually using this car as a daily driver back then. And I drove, literally my first day I got my house, I drove this car here. And all of a sudden I looked behind me, I had a huge cloud of smoke, and it was transmission oil. I don't know where it was coming from, but it was getting on the exhaust and it was burning a lot of smoke. So transmission may or may not be good. I don't know, I guess we'll find out. I have driven this car, you know, like I said, that one day when I got it home here, and then I think I moved it like 6 months later. And then after I moved it, I parked it right here. And it has not moved since. I did try to start it 6 months ago, so I know it turns over. But I think the fuel pump's bad, and or the fuel is bad. Of course, it's 7-year-old fuel. So I do know one thing on my list that I'll have to be looking at already. I really wanted to put like a manual transmission in it. I actually bought, you can see a sign in there. I used this, I had a housewarming party. So basically I put an AMC out front so all my family and friends would know, hey, you're at the right house, because there's an AMC. I basically said, just look for the AMC out front. So there's a sign from that. Anyway, right there, that is my, that was a center console for a manual transmission. I actually have a manual I was going to put in this, but I don't think I have that kind of time. And if I had to take the automatic out of it and rebuild it or whatever, I can do that. I know that they do sell some type of kickdown that may or may not work. I guess I'll have to find out, but I'd really like to get this thing going again. This thing is such a cool little car, fun to drive. Probably would be even funner if the car shifted properly. But yeah, I really enjoy this thing. I want to get it going again. I miss it a lot. And it is doing no good, absolutely zero good sitting here. But at least it's undercover. I live on sand country, so the sand kind of helps with moisture. Not so much in here. It still gets quite a bit of moisture, but being an Arizona car, this thing is so rust-free underneath. It's so nice. A weird thing I had when I first got it, the passenger side actually had a broken leaf spring mount. I didn't think this guy wheeled it, but for whatever reason, the leaf spring on that side ripped right out of the back. So this thing actually sat kittywampus, because where they mounted it, they mounted the leaf spring in the completely wrong spot. Yeah, this thing needed some attention when I first got it. I gave the car the attention it needed. But again, I was younger. You know, I didn't know how to do a lot of stuff. I mean, obviously, one of the first things I should have realized is the car is not shifting right. You know, probably should have looked at, you know, kickdown linkage, but, well, hindsight being 50-50, 40-40, or whatever they call that, you know, would have done things a little differently. But anyway, this is my 1982 AMC Eagle Station Wagon Limited. Power Wagon Desert Eagle. I'd like to get this thing going and back on the road. So with that said, I know for a fact I have crap in the way. Back here, I gotta get this Jeep out of the way. This is probably gonna be another project I'll be working on. I don't know when. I got projects all over the place. I have started too many, way too many projects. There's 3 of them that I can think of right now, but this was one I started. This is a 2000 Jeep Cherokee, and I will save the rant on this. Just basically take a good look at it. It's a beautiful car. It pains me to know what's sitting back here, flat tires and all. But I started doing some customization, just some, you know, subtle touches. I won't get lost in, I won't get lost in trying to explain it. That'll be a different video. I'm pretty sure I will eventually, probably this winter, I'd like to get this thing going again too. But nonetheless, to get my Eagle out, that has to get out of the way. And there's no brakes, because I never finished putting in all the stuff. You see that beautiful lift kit that's in it, Rubicon Express. Yeah, this thing was, I gotta finish this. This is making me sad. But anyway, this has to get out of the way. And then maybe I can try to get the Eagle running with a jerry can or something. And let's see if we can back this guy out of here after 7 years. So the quick backstory on the XJ here was that I started doing rust repair, and you can see only got that far. Also made a huge mistake and didn't really cut below here, and I cut too far up. So now when I get this put back together, I gotta take it to a body shop and have them blend it in. So I just cost myself thousands. You know, so again, young, naive, stupid. This thing's been sitting apart for 5 years. And yeah, again, it pains me to see it sitting here. It's a beautiful example of an XJ. But I wanted to get it done correctly. And knowing that I'll get down to it, or back to it, makes me feel slightly better. I gotta fix this seat. I mean, look, it ain't perfect. This thing's got 200,000 miles of use on it, you know, but it's not a rot box. It's actually really nice inside and outside. So eventually, look at the mold on here, for crying out loud. Yeah, this thing's been sitting here for 5 years. I mean, just look at that front. Subtle custom mods with a 3.5-inch lift kit. And well, I actually had a set of rims for this and tires, but the tires were getting to be, at the time, 4 years old, and I paid full price for BFG all-terrains, so those had to go before I lost all the value of those, before they all dry rotted. And the rims I had, those had to go. I actually sold them with a different car. But I actually have a nice set of OEM rims for this when the time comes. It's just got to come. The time has to come, and I'm really hoping maybe it'll be this winter. We'll see. But anyway, this has to move so we can get at that. Well, in order to get my Jeep moved out of the way, we're going to enlist some help from Frankentow, which I have introduced on the channel a long time ago. One of the first videos I ever made was on Frankentow. He is a Chevy 3500 1991 model, and he's a rollback. And essentially, he's also been parked up for the winter. I haven't started him in forever. He needs a battery. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Well, the hood's already open. That'd be why I can't pull that. Hood's open already. Oh. Everything always has to put up a fight. Can't go easy for sure. Anyway, he was a 454 big block, but apparently that blew up. And then they had this beautiful 305 turbo fire. And I put the Frankenstein, you know, because he's made up of like 8 different trucks. So it was very fitting. But this thing can barely get out of its own way, but I will say one thing. This truck has been through hell and back like 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 times. But I'm going to get a battery, get him started up. Hopefully there's a starting fluid. You could tell it's spring because, like, I just cannot breathe. It is definitely changing seasons, which is actually kind of a good thing. Means we can get back to doing stuff outside with cars. Well, I guess one thing's for sure in this video. You're gonna get a 2-for-1 special on Will It Run. Hopefully I didn't break that. Put the battery booster on super mode. I'm sure this thing is gonna use all of it. Throw some a skosh of laughing gas down the yap. Yeah, a little more. That should do it. Apparently I had the heater on full blast. That's neat. Can I get the windows down in here? There we go. Oh. You know, it's March and it's like 70 degrees outside. It's just not used to that yet. All right, come on, baby. Pump the gas. Oh, that was too easy. Okay, well, I had ether down there. Pull some gas from the tank. Come on. There we go. Yeah, Frankentoe never lets us down. She likes her starting fluid, or he does. Okay, well, hold on. And because this metal broken carb I put on here is, well, broken, got to put on the high idle for a while because something happened to the high idle stuff. I don't know. But that's what you do with old Frankentoe. You don't ask questions, you just do it. Well, the XJ is out of the barn. You can kind of see the kind of rust that I was trying to work on. There's an example of it. But yeah, from this thing sitting in there, it's not climate controlled really, and unfortunately she's got some rust on her. I'll have to take care of that when I eventually work on her. But man, seeing this thing out in the sunlight makes me excited. I have not seen it out in about 4 years. It really makes me want to get back working on her. Makes me miss her. But anyway, that's finally out of the barn, and hopefully we don't have to resort to this to get the Eagle out. Oh, we can finally get at the car now. And I see my next obstacle is all the crap I've been piling on the top. I'll have to get that off, and the rest of the cover. I noticed my right rear tire is a little down on wind. I'll have to see if I can get a spare for that. But otherwise, coming to the home stretch. Finally, she's here, out in the open. Now, officially, let's begin. All right, so essentially, I know this car will turn over. I tried starting it up, I think it was like 6 months ago or whatever, and just basically kept cranking and cranking and cranking, and must never got any fuel up. So either there could be a problem, you know, in the tank, like the pickup, or most likely, the likely scenario is the fuel pump is bad. I know that fuel pump was good. I believe, I'm pretty sure I put it in back in 9 years ago. Who knows how long? It's been a while. But so essentially here, I remember I checked the oil on it. It has oil. It looked really clean. I have here, commonly referred to nowadays as a clicky clacky, just a generic fuel pump that I'm going to hook right to the battery and right to the fuel line. Got some fuel hose here, some extra wire if I need it. But yeah, really, I know this car turns over. I know there's oil in it, and I bet you if I get gas to it, I bet you this thing will fire right up. Okay, get rid of the mouse deterrent 500s. I'm pretty sure they did absolutely nothing to help the mice problem that's in this barn. So that's good. All right, oversized battery coming up. It's the only one I could find. I don't even know if it has a charge, but we'll find out. It's only 5 years old. I'm sure it'll work just fine. Probably not. Definitely oversized. Ooh, yep. Let's go get a battery cleaner. This is the only battery terminal cleaner I could find. I don't know where my good one is. But this will have to work. Now, where's the negative? Oh, of course. All right, that's better. Okay, maybe we actually have a shot of making a good connection. Oh, what the heck is going on? Sure. Battery definitely has some juice. Good. Okay, cool. Yeah, probably pick that up before I forget it there and leave it. Try to shut the hood later. And excuse me. And that puts a dent in the hood. That'd be cool. Okay. Well now. So I think I'm going to hook my electric pump down here and try to see if I can even definitely tell the mice have not been in here at all. Gonna hook my electric pump down there on the pickup and run it up here to my makeshift whatever I made here back in the day. This is definitely not factory, but here's the fuel filter. Let's see if we can pull some gas from the tank, and we'll try to rule out if it's the fuel pump. The fuel pump looks like I changed it, or does it? Nah, I think it looks like I might have put one in here. Just from sitting, I think it got some oxidation on it. Well, let's see if we can get this off. All right, fuel pump is connected to the line. Now, got to figure out how can I get the wires up here. Probably get the positive over here. We're going to have to find a spot for the negative. So, oh, here's a good spot. That'll work. All right. I'll get that hooked up and we'll be back. Okay, so I got hooked up to the battery here and kind of makeshift. Found a ground just to tap off of. Again, this is temporary, so yeah, I don't think this is going to stay. Oofda. All right. Does it do anything? I hear something. You know, of course, these are meant to push, not pull. Yeah, it could very well be a problem in the tank. Yeah. Might be a problem in the tank. So a jerry can it is. All right, over on the left, we got a jerry can now. And see if this works. And I just got the pump just kind of, you know, put in here. I did test fire it, or test, well, not the car. I test fired the pump, and she is building pressure. So yeah, it kind of confirms there's probably a problem in the tank. But we can still see if she'll fire, and then hopefully, maybe later, forgot another mouse trap 500. We'll see if we can actually get this thing to move. So I'm going to look down in here, make sure we're pumps are working. All right. Well, let's turn this on. I hear it filling. Hear the bowls filling. There we go. We got gas. Oh, we got a... Did I just hear a leak? Yep. Leaking out of the... What the heck? Huh. Well, I'm glad I caught that. We're leaking right out of the... Ah! What the heck are you called? What are you called? The filter. Well, so what I think happened here is I'm using 3/8 inch hose, and all this stuff here is 5/16. So I don't think I just didn't have a good enough connection there. So if I can, I'll get some 5/16 instead of the 3/8, and it should hook up a little better. Right after I get gas on everything. That was a good one. So I'm gonna put the 3/8 back on this side because this is all 3/8, so I was able to fit the 5/16 over this filter here. So I'm gonna put this one back on. Let's check for leaks. Come on, are we pulling? What are we doing? Well, it does kind of seem like it's okay now. There might have been just some pressure for some odd reason there. Not sure. Well, one thing I know for sure though is the bowl is full. So there's one pump of the gas. Let's try to see if this thing starts. How much you want to bet? On probably the first or second crank, she's gonna fire. How much you want to bet? I'll take that bet. I think she'll at least bark off. At least a little. Here we go. Those are the wrong keys. How about the right keys? That's not good. I don't have any warning lights or anything. There we go. I got one warning light. Here we go. Like yesterday. Turn the fuel pump back on. Sounds good. Yes. Success. So my next obstacle is to get it out of here. Both tires on the passenger side are flat, but I think what I can do, I mean, it's on nice soft ground, sand, and you know, that's my lawn over there. You know, don't mind tearing that up. I absolutely have to. But I'm just gonna, you know, really slowly back this out. And again, it's soft grass, it's sand. It ain't gonna hurt anything. I don't see a reason why I can't. Let's get this thing out of here. Close the hood just a little bit. That's that cam. This thing has a cam. I forgot all about that. Well, I'm not quite sure which brakes are stuck, but I'll have to just probably change the two tires that I know are flat and see. It's going to be really hard to get a jack on that side. But what are you going to do? Let's try to get these tires changed and see if I can get this stuff moving again. That's what happens when you let your stuff sit around. I literally created my own barn find. Yep, can never be that easy. Always has to have a little bit of complication. Makes things a little more interesting, I suppose. Someday I'd like to have this floor concreted. That would be nice. Looks like that's the one that's spinning, so that's good. So at least I know that one is moving. Let's see if I can spin this one by hand. Okay, that one on the right does turn, but probably because the tire's flat, I'm not getting any traction. So I have a spare, and we'll put it on. Well, I got 2 spares, but it's just, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get at the front right. It's a little tight over there. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Oh, my back. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty tight. That's why I'm really hoping I can just get away with changing this one for now and get the car out of here. Hubcap. I just can't get in here. How tight are these things? I'm not sure why they're that tight. That is incredible. Now, are you going to come off of here now? Oh, all right, cool. Yep, this one was definitely done for. I just laid all my lug nuts in sand. Oh, whoa, belly's showing. Oopsie. All right. I gotta go up higher. Getting a workout today. It's okay because I probably need it. Boy, it'd be really neat if you would just go right on there. Whose bright idea was to park close to the frickin' wall? Cool. Yeah. You're on camera, by the way.
You can take that out.
Probably, but you're interrupting me.
Like,
Well, unless you want to introduce yourself.
no. Please edit me out of your video.
Not moving. Hey, no.
Edit me out.
No.
Yes, or I will delete your footage.
No, you won't.
That's kind of ballsy.
Is it?
Yeah.
You
Bold
sure?
assumption. Does Rue get his own introduction?
No, if you don't, then Rue doesn't. That's the rules. You got to come back here and say hello, and then the dog gets.
Nah.
You know, it's really good to when you're trying to put your lug nuts on. You should just drop them in sand. You know, it helps with the adhesion to the lug nut. You know. Good enough. So the right rear now is changed. Let's see if that's enough to at least maybe, can I back it away from the wall? Can I get it to a different spot? Can I just get it somewhere else besides right there? That'd be nice. moving around. I think because that tire is just creating so much extra drag. So it's away from the wall now. At least I'm just gonna change the tire right now because I can probably get to it. Wow, I cannot believe this car is so rust free under here. It is immaculate. I just forgot, I guess. I might have damaged the wheel cover. Crap. Oh well. I do have others, but it is kind of a shame to ruin a wheel cover for no reason. So when I touched on the brakes, I did have some brakes. Not very well though. There's probably a wheel cylinder in the back that's leaking or something, but. So I'm gonna not put those in sand this time. Yep, this thing needs, it's gonna need front rotors for sure. Unless they're able to be turned. We'll see. Man, I can't believe how good this looks in here. I gotta get you in here. It's good. All right, so if you can look in here, this is what a Desert Eagle looks like from Arizona. I mean, it's all there. Look at this. That looks like I need a strut rod bushing. Man, I gotta stop looking at this. I just keep finding stuff that's gotta get done. Yeah, this thing is just really good. Hey, I must have put in shocks. I don't remember doing that. Oh, look at that. Original ball joint. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, back to putting the tire on. This might be a roller now. Awesome, let's go. It might take me a few tries to get it wiggled out of here. I still have a lot of junk piled up behind it, but with the right precision, we'll get her. Brakes a little bit, probably about I'd say about 65%. She's finally outside. The Desert Eagle is ready to fly again. Might have to adjust that idle a little bit. A little higher than what I'd like it to be. But yeah, I totally forgot this thing has a it has a cam in it. Kind of hear just the ever so slight bit of rumble. A little bit of chop, nothing crazy. I don't know. What do you guys think? Original OG style hubcaps, right? This is what it came on it in '82. I highly doubt this. You know what? It was a limited. It could have had the rims. When I got it, it had the hubcaps like that. I kind of like this black. It looks really sleek. Now looking through the lens on the camera, it doesn't really show up. And look who showed up when all the hard work's done.
Yep. Called me Blister.
Smiley, aka Blister.
I'm trying to think if I've ever even remember this running.
It would have been running when I first bought my house. That was 7 years ago.
So probably.
Yep. I remember on my house party, I had it sitting out front.
Oh yeah, everyone kept stopping by wondering if the car was for sale.
Yep, and everyone thought it was for sale. And that was just, no, it was just, that's how people know where I live, to come to my house party.
Because people park cars at the end of the driveway that they're selling and they tie balloons to it.
I did have balloons to it. I had balloons.
See, I got good memory like that. But yeah. That runs nice.
Is this what your 258 is going to sound like someday?
I can't tell. It might have a cam in it.
It's got a cam.
Yeah, so they're going to force me to get a cam.
Yep. It's got some type of, I got it like that. I didn't even put that on there.
This sounds a lot, I like this sound a lot better than your AMX.
AMX has a little bit more of a raspy muffler on it.
This is more deep.
Yeah. I just still can't believe how rust-free, how everything is so nice under this car. I keep forgetting that. Yeah, but something's wrong with the, like the pickup in the gas tank. I can't pull anything from it. So I'll probably be dropping that, putting a new sending unit, probably a whole new tank. You know, this thing is...
Depending on how dirty it is.
Well, it's
not fun putting the tank back in there if the straps don't like to reach.
The tank is 42 years old. It might be time.
Unless for some reason the Concorde and Eagle tanks are different, which they shouldn't be. So.
I should make sure this thing isn't overheating. Nope, well, perfect.
It ain't throwing it out of the radiator cap yet, so you're fine.
Nope, still good. I gotta put a tack in this thing so I know what the RPM is. That'd be nice.
Yeah, you can definitely smell it. It's getting warm for the first time in a long time.
Yeah. There was a lot of mouse crap and mouse nests and stuff on the engine too. Yeah, rev it up a little bit. Yep. It's a nice car. I got to get back into it. It was long overdue. Long overdue.
Now you're just gonna make me you're gonna make me steal one of your 4-liter heads one of these nights when you're at work.
Yeah.
For mine.
I didn't mention that in here. I keep forgetting all the cars I have in the stuff. Yeah, this thing has a 4-liter head.
4-liter head, 6 equals 8 intake. It looks like off by
yeah.
Hoffman's, or is it a
it's
Clifford?
Clifford.
Oh, it is Clifford. Yeah.
It's Clifford.
This is pretty much what I want to do to mine, but I'm not going to be able to afford a 4-barrel manifold for mine for a while because they're kind of pricey.
So 390 CFM Holly 4-barrel, Clifford 4-barrel intake. Headers, I don't know if they're Clifford headers or not. They probably are. And that's a Jeep 4-liter head. I'm guessing from the 80s based on the valve cover, late 80s.
Does the air conditioning work?
No.
Oh, I was going to say, I'm going to add another reason for me to hate you if your air conditioning works.
No, it never worked.
Because this is basically what I want mine to be at some point.
Yep. And then I think this car, oh, it does have cruise control. I wonder why it's missing. I don't know. I can't remember if I took that out or not. That's 4-wheel drive. And I wish I could really take this thing on like a small rider on the block, but I have to figure out something to do with the gas tank. Well, so unfortunately the ride is just going to be around to the front. Really slowly because there's a gas jug on the hood. There we go.
And just right after Rob shut off the camera last time, the vacuum advance vacuum line to the carburetor may or may not have started on fire because it was laying on the header.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
Well,
I must have jostled it or something, and then it just went down there and laid on the header and
looking good.
Burned up.
Better now, at least. So.
There's another car I'd like to get to. 2 of them, actually.
Oh, you got plates on that. Oh, I tried you put them on there last year.
82 Concorde and '69 Rebel that's been on the channel before.
Yep.
There it is.
That thing still fires up and runs beautifully.
It does. Yeah. It's got the classic AMC speedometer wig wag. I kind of forgot all the quirks on this car.
Oof. Some steeps.
First time on the road, 7 years. Because it was literally on the road and parked right here in front of my driveway for my party, so everybody knew to come where the AMC was. Brakes are actually seemingly getting a little better. Still not
They'll come
bad.
around.
They're not that great though, but they do work.
I can hear the rear drums hit. But wheel cylinders are cheap enough at least.
Yeah, in time.
What it needs is a good bath.
Oh yeah. As I was telling everybody here, I created my own barn find.
Yeah, literally. Oh, you got a whole fleet of those you can, you know.
I got content for a long time, if I so choose to use it.
Ooh, and the dash is mint underneath the pad.
Probably what saved it from the Arizona sun. There's no antenna on it. It works, but
Hold on, let me
pretty sure it works.
let me hold the antenna and turn it on.
Does that actually work?
Oh, let's give it.
Copyright strike. Well, as the sun begins to start setting, the car is around front. We got her running. She's moving, somewhat driving. Stops like 75%. It's getting better. Definitely got to probably put tires on this thing. Got to figure out what's going on in the gas tank. Yeah, just full fluid change, you know, go through the brakes. Obviously, something that's not going to get done in a very fast pace, because right now I'm still focusing on the Concord drag car. But the effort to hopefully maybe get this, you know, somewhat driving by summer, and maybe, you know, take it down to Cordova, the AMC races, as the secondary vehicle. Maybe let Smiley drive it or something. But this thing definitely has kickdown linkage issues as well, and who knows if the trans is good.
I did note, I was actually looking underneath this car a couple of weeks ago for the shift linkage for my Eagle. And yeah, I noticed there's the shift linkage or the kickdown linkage, some other items that are zip tied up underneath the car.
Yeah.
So the stuff is still there. We just have to fish them up.
Unless I go to this whatever cable, this cable drive or something, then I wouldn't use the original stuff, I don't think.
Yeah, we'll have to figure it out.
Other than that,
I'm sure there's ways to make it work.
all right, so that's going to do it for this episode of American Made Classics. Desert Eagle's out front. Still got to work on the drag car. Got to do a lot of stuff to this thing. It's going to be, you know, hectic, but eventually I'd like to get to it. And if all goes well, I will get to it by summer is the plan. So again, hey, thank you for... Shut up, Smiley. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it very much. And we'll AMC you later.